Over the past several years, something I've noticed in our industry is that there seems to be two types of people or two types of movement in the general direction of our lives. Either we're growers or we're grinders. Now, this may sound like I'm referring to shop owners and technicians, but I'm not. I'm referring to all positions on the team. In fact, I'm talking about all the stakeholders to this business, to your business, the vendors, the manufacturers, the suppliers, parts people, software providers. In fact, everyone that touches your company, it applies the same to them.
Mind race whispers truth so clear, tits that drive away the fear. Rib race voice cuts through the noise.
Welcome to the Mind Wrench Podcast with your host, Rick Sellover, where minor adjustments produce major improvements in mindset, personal growth, and success. This is the place to be every Monday, where we make small improvements and take positive actions in our business and personal lives that will make a major impact in our success, next level growth, and quality of life.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Mind Wrench Podcast. I'm your host, Rick Sellover. Thanks so much for stopping in. If you're a returning listener and haven't done so already, please take a minute and click the follow or subscribe button and then rate and review the show. When you rate and review the show, the algorithms for Apple, Spotify, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, and all the other platforms will see that it's valuable and show it to more people that have never seen it before. And hopefully it can help them too. I would really appreciate your help sharing this word with your friends and family as well. And if you're a brand new listener, welcome. I hope you find something of value here that helps you in your personal or professional life as well. Please make sure to click the subscribe or follow button so you never miss another episode. Over the past several years, something I've noticed in our industry is that there seems to be two types of people or two types of movement in the general direction of our lives. Either we're growers or we're grinders. Now, this may sound like I'm referring to shop owners and technicians, but I'm not. I'm referring to all positions on the team. In fact, I'm talking about all the stakeholders to this business, to your business, the vendors, the manufacturers, the suppliers, parts people, software providers. In fact, everyone that touches your company, it applies the same to them. Now, growers are the ones that are constantly learning new things, taking new challenges, or trying new tactics, or starting new businesses, or adding some new services. These are the men and women that don't stay comfortable or content with where they're at. They thrive to expand. They do more than they did in the past. They reach new heights. They master something new. Little do they know, they're also filling a basic human need. Then there's the grinders, the hard-working ones, the men and women that keep their head down, nose to the grindstone, getting shit done, staying busy, just working at whatever job they have. These are the folks that built the foundation of our country, the ones that keep the wheels turning, keep the production lines moving, filling the orders, delivering the goods. Remember that old Dunkin' Donut commercials? Time to make the donuts. Well, these are the grinders. They aren't looking for the next step on the ladder or to one day take over the business. They just want to work hard today, go home, eat, play with the kids, maybe watch some TV, go to bed, and get up tomorrow and put in another hard day's work all over again. Keep grinding. Rinse and repeat. All the while filling a different basic human need. Now, don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with one group or the other. Not one's better than the other. This world needs both of them. Sometimes we live our lives in stages of both of these, and they both scratch the itch of a basic human need that we all have, but only one of them leads to fulfillment in life. To help give some context and a clearer understanding of what I'm describing, I want to share a short message from Tony Robbins, someone that's earned my highest level of respect just for the sheer amount of education and contribution he provides, that explains the basic human needs I'm referring to, and that he has taught for years, more specifically, the 6 basic human needs. Now, after this clip from Tony, I'm going to circle back and finish my thoughts on this, tie it all together, and in my personal opinion, to a very important point, and I want you to understand it can make a massive difference in the quality of your lives. Now let's listen to Tony in his own words explain these 6 human needs. Here's Tony.
So let's see what we know. So far we know 4 of the 6 needs. The last 2 I'm going to tell you in a minute because they're so clear. What's the first of the 6 human needs? Get it in your body, sit up in your chair, say it out loud. Go. Certainty. Who has a need for certainty? Who? Everyone. The only difference in people is which of these 6 needs they make number 1 and 2 through 6 priority, and your belief, your map about how to meet it. Can you meet certainty in a way that's totally destructive, but in the moment it works? Yes or no? What's a negative way you meet certainty? What's one of them on your list that when you're uncertain that you do that really isn't good for you, but it works? Say it out loud. How many had eating on your list? How many had smoking on your list? How many had drinking on your list? How many got pissed off on your list that you're certain? Okay? What's the second human need? The need for what? What is it? Who needs uncertainty? Who needs variety? Who needs surprise? Who? Everyone. And you know what? If things are going too good, you'll things up just to create some variety. Some of you think life's about balance. You say to you, I don't want life to be up and down like this. I want my life to be a straight line. Well, if you go to the doctor and they hook you up and you're a straight line, what does that mean? Death. We need variety to feel alive. Now, I know some of us like to have less up and downs. Wouldn't be a bad thing every now and then. But we go through seasons and phases, and some seasons are more intense than others. And once you make it through some tough seasons, you can handle it. You can turn it into a roller coaster you enjoy instead of something that's killing you. That's part of the game. What's the third human need? The need for a feeling of what? Another word for that is to feel unique, to feel special, to feel important, to feel needed. All of those are the same basic need. Who has that need? Who? Some people say, I don't need that. I don't need all that significance. I don't need money and cars. I'm a Christian. I'm a Jew. I'm a Muslim. Right? But the truth of the matter is, do some people use religion to be significant? Yes or no? And will people kill other people in order to feel significant? Yes or no? All in the name of whatever they want to make up based on their blueprint. What's the fourth human need? We all need connection and what? Who needs it? How can you get it? Unlimited ways. Most common way that takes the least amount of risk, have a big problem.
If you're looking for a competitive edge for your business or a more effective jumpstart to your personal development, I'll make your first step super simple. It is a fact that an incredible number of the most successful business owners, nearly half of the Fortune 500 companies, top-earning professional athletes, entertainers, and industry leaders like Microsoft's Bill Gates, former President Bill Clinton, Oprah Winfrey, Richard Branson, Amazon's Jeff Bezos, and Salesforce Mark Benioff all have one thing in common. They all have at least one coach, and some have several, that they work with on a consistent basis. Someone that helps guide, mentor, and support them, challenge them, help them set and achieve goals that move them forward, and then hold them accountable to follow through, driving personal and professional growth. Working with a coach has many substantial benefits. Just for an example, 80% of coaching clients report improved self-esteem or self-confidence thanks to coaching. 99% of individuals and companies that hire a coach report being very satisfied, and 96% would do it again. If deep down you know it's time to make those improvements in your business or your personal life that you've kicked down the road year after year, if you're tired of knowing there's a better version of you waiting to shine, but unsure of how to bring that version to light, if you're tired of wanting to enjoy a more successful business, but not sure how to start, and if you don't want to go another 12 months without better results, but you don't want to go it alone, then take the first step. It's super simple. Sometimes talking to the right person can make all the difference. Go to www.rickslover.com/contact, and I'll set you up with a free consultation call with me to see if one-on-one coaching is right for you.
Because if you get up and you go, well, I have this problem, and I do these things and this and that, and people don't connect with you, you can go, they don't understand, and you can connect with yourself. Feeling sorry for yourself is the most common way people get connection. Because when you feel sorry for yourself, usually you take care of everybody else. But now, even though it feels bad, at least you're feeling for yourself. And it's such an addiction. Because it's certain you know it works, right? Because you know it. And it's connecting with yourself. And if you have a big problem, it's significant as hell. Guess what? Now you're totally addicted to your problem. It's not that your problem isn't real. It's that you're not going to change your problem. Because you don't understand what I've been through. And it would be true they don't understand it. But the reason you stay with the problem is it meets your needs. Listen to me. If you got a problem that you're smart enough to know how to change or deal with, and you're not, it's because you're meeting your needs with your problem. Not in a good way, but in a way. How many follow this? Say I. And all it takes for you to be addicted is for your brain to link up that behaving that way, thinking that way, or having that problem meets at least how many? 3 of those needs, and you're going to be addicted. Only way you're going to get out of it is get addicted to something better. Something that's good for you, good for others long term. Then you deserve to have your needs met. You just want to meet them in a better quality way. That's all. Make sense? Now, those first 4 needs, I call the needs of the personality. Right? They're the needs of your personality. And let me tell you something. Every person in this room, any person alive, will find a way to get certainty, even if they have to make it up. Even if they have to make up a story. Every person in this room will find a way to get variety. Every person will find a way to be significant. If they can't do it any other way, they'll get significant at some game. Or they'll get significant at writing things to tear other people down on the web, and they can do it instantly. Or they'll get significance by being in a position where they tear somebody else down and talk about how they are. Because really they feel insecure, uncertain, and insignificant, so they tear somebody else out to feel certain and secure and significant. Everyone's going to do it. The only question is, are you going to do it in a way that's positive, neutral, or negative? It's the only question. You're going to do it. But the final 2 needs, not everybody meets. These final 2 needs are spiritual needs. Not spiritual in a religious sense. Spiritual meaning your spirit feels alive when they're met. And they are determined whether you're fulfilled or not. The first needs will make you feel okay. These needs make you feel fulfilled. Number 5, you must grow. We all know we either grow or we what? That's it. If your relationship isn't growing, it's dying. If your business is not growing, can you hold a business stagnant? Yes or no? Hell no. Right now we've watched this economy and we've watched people talk about the economy is going to turn around. It can't possibly turn around without growth in jobs. It's driven. 70% of this economy is driven by spending. You can't spend when you don't have a job. So the bottom line is if it's not growing, it's dying. And by the way, some things die off so something new can grow. It's a season we're going through. It doesn't last forever. Summer's not forever. Fall's not forever. Dark-ass winters aren't forever. Now, how dark it is, this isn't forever. You know it and I know it. But you know what? You can make your season quicker when you change the meaning like she just did. Right? You play the cards you've been gotten, and I'm going to play these cards. Whatever they are, I'm going to own this. I'm not going to let the world control me anymore. I'm taking it back. How many follow? Say I. So you got to grow. I really believe the universe doesn't care if you're happy. It cares if you grow. Because if you grow, the 6th thing becomes possible. You have something to give. We only have something to give that's special if we grow. We got to grow and give. If you just give to yourself, you don't feel alive. We've got to contribute. Number 6 is contribution. You've got to contribute beyond yourself to feel like your life is meaningful. Life's not just me, it's about we, and we know it. The first thing that happens when you're excited about something, you're real excited. How many of you think of someone when you're excited about who you want to share it with right away? How many got something like this in your life? Say I. Why do you want to share it? Because by sharing it, you're contributing something. You're sharing something. It grows. Some people, whenever they got a problem, they want to share it too. But it's the way to make this connection. So these are the 6 needs. So now watch. Remember I said there were 2 differences in people. We have the same 6 needs. So here's a fireman on 9/11 who's going to run up into that the World Trade Building, and he knows he's going to die. Were there some men and women that knew they were going to die, sent people down, kept going up to save other people? Yes or no? Why? Why would a person be willing to give their life for a stranger? There's only 6 reasons. Take a wild guess which one you'll give your life up for. Significance, love, contribution. A mother or daughter will take the bullet themselves instead of let their child take them. That's love. That's a love most people don't know. Human beings have this incredible capacity to step outside themselves for something greater.
All right, I hope you enjoyed that brief overview from Tony on the 6 human needs we all have, and more importantly, how the last 2, growth and contribution, are the most important ones to living a fulfilled life. Now, I want to circle back to what I said earlier, how sometimes you can be in stages of both growth and grinding. How can that be? How would I know which one I realistically am? Okay, first let's define these behaviors. So number 1, the grinder. Here's a few signs of you being a grinder, right? Maybe you've had the same job or position for several decades. Maybe you have not learned any new skills or had any training done for work for the last 5 years. Maybe you have no desire to try something different or learn a new skill. You're happy just to keep doing what you've been doing. Or you're just waiting to get your years in for retirement. Or you view your job as a means to an end, just working to pay the bills, no more, no less. Your views on life or mindset may be, hey, this is all I have access to, or this is as good as it gets for me, or this is all I'm capable of. Now, number 2, the grower, or being growth-driven. As an adult, you have you ever taken music or dance or singing or art lessons? Maybe you've learned a new skill or a hobby somewhere along the way. Or if you've ever played sports as an adult or done extreme sports, have you ever taken an extracurricular class at a community college? Have you ever started your own business? Have you ever completely changed not just your job, but your career? Or have you ever been a coach or a mentor for others? Have you ever moved to a different city, different state, different country? Or do you view life as an endless set of opportunities? Now, you can be a grinder for a short period or long period of time and then become a grower, but it really doesn't work in the opposite direction, all right? Now, in my own journey, I spent my first decades of work life grinding until my 40s. Then, kind of unknowingly, started my journey of growth. So from ages, let's say 14 to 30, I was just grinding it out in several various labor jobs, like restaurants. I worked landscaping, machine shop, and painting of all types. My first steps into growth, though, were going to a painter to a jobber salesperson. And there I started learning things, having to go classes like, performance classes, webinars, human behavior classes, paint classes. We even did role playing in some of the advanced education classes. Now, I didn't realize at the time that I was transitioning from a grinder to a grower, but it just felt inside like I was going in the right direction, right? That this was more fulfilling than what I was doing before. Several years later, I shifted from a jobber salesperson to a leadership position and had to manage a sales and technical team. And that's where I had to learn things like goal setting and achieving, leading by example, crisis management, building key relationships, handling issues. This was even more challenging, but extremely satisfying. Now, once you're in growth mode, something unique happens. You start seeking out other ways to grow. Could just be reading, could be listening to, educational tapes or podcasts or things like that. I had the strong urge to teach others about the refinish trade. Just something inside me was driving me, telling me I should probably try to do this. And I was able to secure a position as an instructor at a local community college that had an auto body program. And there I learned how to build out lesson plans, shop activities, to really build flow into a complete day of instructional activities and involve public speaking. So I had a lot to learn, which at the time was the most rewarding thing I'd ever done. Then in 2020, during the early days of COVID, I joined the knowledge industry, took a course with Tony Robbins and Dean Graziosi, and that's how I ended up starting this podcast and my coaching business. I learned about things like the power of the mindsets and how to control yourself and use what you have, your inner strengths and your tools to turn that into some type of business. So I learned how to develop, build a podcast, produce it, host it, all those other things I would have had no idea how to do, but I had to grow through it and I had to learn it. And I developed a one-on-one coaching program, which is successful today, and I enjoy doing that. The fulfillment and the feeling of contribution is so strong. I couldn't imagine not doing what I'm doing today. So the 3 things I've learned from this is, number 1, once you start growing and stop grinding, you will never go back or be satisfied with just grinding away every day. And number 2, just like a seedling, once you add a little water, fertilizer, and sunshine, you never know how far your growth will reach. You'll be absolutely amazed at what you can accomplish. Number 3, every one of us is capable of and has access to the basic human need of growth. But contribution and truly living a fulfilled life is impossible without it. I've said it in previous episodes before, but I truly believe we're all designed to grow throughout our entire lives. We're not designed to be sedentary or content with the status quo. I think spending time grinding away is good for building character and a strong work ethic, but allowing yourself to grow and expand your capabilities to contribute to your world is really why we're all here. Well, that's all I had for you today. Thanks again for tuning in. I really appreciate your support. and I hope you have a great week. I can always be reached at www.ricksillover.com, where you can find all my social media links, podcast episodes, blog posts, and much more.
Mind race